Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Batman from the Justice League movie. As always, we're going to be taking a look at the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the support channel, to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So, let's take a look at the box. The front of the box looks like. The side. The back. Which I know it's an older figure, right? You can tell because of the back, but hey, I like this figure, and I figured, you know, why not? This side, top, and bottom. There you go. All right, now let's take a look at the figure outside the box. As always, we do come with the card. This is the front of the card it looks like. The back of the card. Oops. Sorry about that. So this is the back of the card. And it does come with a little batarang, which is kind of clean looking. Not much going on in the batarang. I wish there was a little bit more detail, but you got the little batarang right there. Pretty thin. And it's like pretty cut. It's somewhat a little shallow on there. So, little batarang. And of course, a regular stand. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. Now this is a bit of an older figure. This came out, I do not know when. So, you're going to see some dust on it because I actually have two of them. The first part of the video. That's my second figure that I purchased that I unopened, and this is obviously the one that I opened. So you're going to see a lot of dust on this figure. But anyway, so let's take a look at this figure. And right away, man, I really like the head sculpture. I do like the goggles on here. You can see the sculpture on the goggles. I do actually like the eyes of it. It has a gloss, kind of plastic look to it, which looks really, really, really cool. Again, very similar to the movie. There's not much else going on to the design. There's a little bit of a design right there on the lower back of the head. Head articulation, really good left and right, up, down, really good. And I really dig, especially that face paint. The face paint is really, really good. Painted lips, the chin, it looks good, looks clean. McFarlane did a really good job with this figure. And I really dig the head sculpture. So, to me, head articulation is good, paint's good, sculpture is good, can't complain. Shoulder articulation, it's a little older figure, so it's a little stiff. So just mine's a little stiff. Bicep articulation, elbows, and of course, wrist. If I can move the wrist, there we go. So in terms of the arm articulation, it's good. Let's just do the torso as well to my route at it. So torso articulation, it's pretty good. Not the greatest, but it'll do the job. So in terms of the articulation, the arms, it's good. Torso, again, it's there, it's feasible. But what this figure really stands out is the detail and sculpture design. Just look at all of that. The armor looks really good. What I like about it is that you got the black paint underneath, and then you have that, looks like it's kind of like a dark gray kind of armor look. It looks really, really good and very beefy, which I really, really, really like. But you can see the definition on here. On the sculpture design, you get the armor piece, and then you get a little underneath layer right there. You can barely see it. Same right here too, but it looks really, really cool. Then you got the gauntlet right there too. Again, like I said, you got black, and you got a little bit like a dark gray, but you can see that sculpture design looks really, really cool. Definitely a huge Batman logo, which I really, really dig. And I like about it, it has some scuff marks to it, which kind of, it's used up, beat up by Batman. But man, this is like such a good figure, man. And if you did not get this figure, I am sorry, but this one's kind of hard to get, so hopefully you can get one. But I gotta say, I really, really dig the upper body. The upper body looks fantastic. Even the cape looks good. It has that kind of weird texture material look to it and feel to it, but you can see a lot of scuff marks on it, which I really, really, really like. And you get a little bit of design right there too. And again, fantastic sculpture and paint. The paint's simple, but again, it looks good. It looks solid, and it just looks like a really armored Batman. So overall, upper body looks fantastic. I really dig it, man. Very similar to the movie. Obviously, sculpture design, and it looks good. And McFarlane nailed the look of it, man. I really dig it. Utility belt, I like as well too. I like how it's separated. I say separated because sometimes the utility belt's all just like one solid strip. But this one, you can see the definition. Here's one right there, the little canister right there. So little things like that, that's what I like about the utility belts. And specifically on this one. It's very separated, and it also has like a matte color look to it. So it really does stand out, even from a distance. The utility belt, and I dig it. Leg articulation, good. Knees, good. Ankles, a little stiff but good. And of course, toes, they articulate just fine. There you go. But same thing, that's upper body in terms of the armor pieces, also present on the legs. You got that black, and then of course you got the armor right there that's like dark gray. And again, similar to the chest right here, it's also present on the legs. You got some markings on there too, some scuff marks, which I really, really like. Because again, it looks like he's actually been using it, you know, and it looks really, really cool. You got the armor pieces, then you got that underneath layer right there. You can see that. You can see more right here as well too on the thigh. And it looks really, really cool, man. McFarlane did a really good job sculpting this figure, man. It just looks so, so good, man. I really, really dig this figure. And to me, this is top notch, man. This is a really good looking figure. Now, of course, the main question is it worth your purchase price? Well, I would say yes. It's definitely worth the purchase price of $20. I think for $20, if you were to get this for $20, definitely recommend getting this one. I think it looks really, really, really good, man. Now, I say that if you can get it for $20 because this is a hard figure to find now. This is an old figure. I believe it came out last year. But, man, this sold out pretty darn quickly, and I was fortunate enough to get two. Like I said, this is my second one. The first one that I have is the one that you saw in the beginning of the video, which is the one that's in the box. I might give it out away one day, but anyways, like I was saying, is it worth the purchase price? Heck yeah. I think for $20, if you can get it for $20, dude, it's a steal. In my opinion, because it looks good. Yes, it does lack some accessories, right? The paint is very plain looking, but it looks good. The sculpture design is good, and just looks very similar to the movie version of the armor. And again, I paid $20, and I think for $20, it's definitely a really good must-buy purchase. But if you were to ask me, Mondo, what's the maximum I would pay for a figure like this, brand new? Because it is hard to find now. I would say, to me, if you were to ask me again, what's the maximum I would pay for a brand new figure of the Batman from the movie The Justice League? I would say the max for me is $30. I don't like paying over retail, but to me, $30, that's to be the max. And I say $30 because it is hard to find. If you can get it for cheaper, better, but you're probably going to have to pay maybe like $40. I've seen something go for $60. So it's kind of hard to get, but again, to me, I think the maximum I would pay $30. But that should just tell you how much I like this figure. And to me, this is a thumbs up figure for me. Hopefully you got this version of this Batman figure. There are 3 versions of it. There's this one, the common one. Then there was an exclusive one by Entertainment something, and it came with Unmasked. And then there was another one, there's a Platinum edition, which was the mask one, but the goggles are on his head. I didn't get the Platinum one because personally I didn't see the point of getting the Platinum one. I mean, if I would have did get it for retail, sure, but if I didn't, not a big deal. But nonetheless, though, for this Batman, the Justice League figure, thumbs up for me. Highly recommend getting it or try to find it. And again, the most I would pay for me, $30 for this one. Here we have, of course, the Ben Affleck Batman, and we have the Batman from the Amazon 5-pack Bat Family. You can see that both look really, really good. I would say the Bat Family is a little bit taller. Not a whole lot, but it's a little bit taller. But I do like this armor pieces. The colors looks good on this one. Very bright, but I'm telling you, the armor pieces on this one look really good. And the head sculpture, it is top notch, man. And again, McFarlane did a really good job with this version of Batman, and I really, really dig it. And hopefully, again, I know it's an old figure. It's old. I should have made this a long time ago, but you know what? If you can get this one, yes, definitely get it. Here we have Joker from the Arkham City game wave, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, Batman from Ben Affleck Justice League movie. Both look really, really good. I wish they made a Joker one from the Suicide Squad. I know the Suicide Squad, betrayed by Jared Leto, did not really like, but hey, I'd rather get a figure that we can kind of match it with this version of Batman. But nonetheless, so here you go. Here we have Joker from the Arkham City game, and of course, Batman from the Justice League movie. Here we have Bane, Bane, the Mega Fake, and of course, Batman from the Justice League movie. Oh man, I wish. If you're watching this by now, I'm sure you heard the news of the cancellation of Wonder Woman, which we'll talk about a little bit, but man, I hope they do a reboot and they bring back Ben Affleck. Because imagine this Batman, Ben Affleck, going up against Bane. That would have been so cool, man. That would have been such a cool concept, cool movie. And also, we could have another cool Bane fig, but only time will tell. So we'll see what they do with the DCU, whatever they want to call it. But nonetheless, though, here we have Bane, the Mega Fig, and of course, Batman from the Justice League movie. And again, if they made a Bane movie with Batman going up against Bane, that would have been such a cool movie. But only time can tell, right? Here we have, of course, Batman and Wonder Woman from the Wonder Woman 84. This is the golden armor. And as I mentioned, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you know by now, they did cancel Wonder Woman #3 film. James Gunn, they're making some changes with DC, so yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but here's it is. This figure from the movie. The movie Wonder Woman 84 was horrible, shitty movie. I fucking hate it. It's a disgrace of DC franchise. But at least the armor's cool and the figure's cool. But God, that movie was horrible. But nonetheless, so here we have Wonder Woman 84, golden armor, and of course Batman from Ben Affleck. And of course, I couldn't do this video without including Superman Henry Cavill, the black suit edition. This is from the, of course, Justice League movie, but this is from the Justice League Zack Snyder version of it. Because if you know, in the Justice League Zack Snyder, it does come with Superman, or Superman does come with a black suit as opposed to the super bright red and blue one. But here it is, and if you've heard the news about Wonder Woman, then you probably heard the news about Henry Cavill. So the rumors that Henry Cavill might not come back for Superman. Man, right now it's a tough time for the movies for DC fans like myself. So, nonetheless, so here we have Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill Superman. And also, if you do have this version like unboxed like myself, keep it. I'm not unboxed, boxed. Keep it, because if the rumors are true that Ben Affleck is done, I wouldn't be surprised this might go up in value. So, if you're interested in getting this figure, try to get it now, because if it's true and the rumors are true that Ben Affleck is done, same with Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot, then those figures' prices are probably going to skyrocket. So, giving you a heads up. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with this figure? Do you plan to purchase this figure? Or do you already purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So that includes the overview of Batman from the Justice League movie. This is the Ben Affleck, or common figure edition, whatever you want to call it. And on to the next one.